Scott, good to have you on, man.
Hey, no problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Good. Hey, we connected on social and I wanted to chat with you about your project that you got going on with VRYNT. The context is I'm just recording some videos so that the audience can find some inspiration with the people that I interview, people like you. And hopefully they can take that inspiration and formulate a plan and do something with it so they can get started in whatever avenue they want in this new Web3 space.
Very cool. That's great.
So tell me, we were chatting earlier, you're in Georgia?
I am Atlanta, Georgia.
Born and raised?
I was born in the South, all over. I was born in Florida and then moved all over the South up to Virginia for a little while to work very well, and then back down to Atlanta. So I've been here a long time.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's from here.
BitBoy Crypto's out there. I'm pretty sure he's from Georgia.
Absolutely.
Cool. So
not very many natives.
Well, let's jump right in. Tell me about what you've got going on, your projects, all that good stuff.
Excellent. So I've just a little bit about myself. I've been in the media and entertainment space for about 20 something years, mostly in technology, but I've worked for very large Fortune 500 companies as well as startups, a couple of successful exits, and I've also had the fortune of running crypto companies as well. So that's just fun and my passion, and it's a amazing space to be participating in at this time. But yeah, so I've just recently launched a new project called VRYNT, and it's really exciting, man. It's really revolutionizing the entire social influence industry. So yeah, I'm having fun with it.
Right on. Well, excited to hear more about it. Community-based fan engagement platform.
Yep, that's right. We use NFT technologies here, but really the business is more about how do we engage fans in a way that they've never been engaged before, basically. So we're really trying to redefine what it means to be a fan in this next generation, basically. I can give you a real quick, let me just move to this next slide here just quickly to kind of get your mind around it. If you were to think about, NFTs in the NFT space today, it's mostly, let me mint an NFT. It may be cool. It may be a 16-bit PFP, it may be a three-dimensional thing. But mostly it's, about releasing it and then getting it on an exchange, like OpenSea or Rarible or Maker's Place or something like that. But what we're really trying to do is build an end-to-end business around how do we use those tools to recreate the fan experience, basically. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into that, but kind of the quick ones are really designing these multi-tiered kind of gamified viral interactions for the audience so that they have more of a affiliation or an affinity to their influencer. And really trying to allow the fan to get lost in the experience of spending time around their influencer. So again, when I show you some of these games, you'll kind of see that. And we're really trying to, evolve the fan into being a participant in the success of the influencer. Today, fans are mostly consumers from music artists or influencers for meet and greets and whatnot. But they want more than that. They want to be a part of, and they want to participate, and they want to lean their creativity in, and actually get that validation of kind of being a part of what made that influencer, celebrity, or brand so successful, basically. And then there's some more little pieces that we have to add there, and that is, there's a share of wallet problem in influencer marketing today. I mean, people only have a certain amount of money to spend. And so we really had to spend some time and think about how do we build a business model that actually puts money back in the hands of the community to allow them to really economically participate in this ecosystem and not just be a receiver of goods, but how do they lean their credibility in, and how do they also participate economically in the ecosystem? That was a lot.
I'm like, I'm digesting and writing things down as well. Um, you're talking about gamified experiences, right? I'm
Yeah,
interested in
absolutely.
that part too.
Yeah, I'll skip through some of this and kind of get right to the guts of it since we only have a certain amount of time. I mean, I guess if you look at OpenSea, Rarible, and Maker's Place, you can think of those generally like eBay or something. They're a marketplace. Some other folks like Magic Eden have done a great job in things like building launch pads into their uh, um, uh, exchange or their marketplace to make it easier for people to launch. But we want to take a big step deeper into that. So the first thing that we do is, we don't have our influencers, the influencers on our platform, just sell NFTs. The community gets involved in it. We help the influencer build the game or build the experience of the NFT, but the community is the one that's building it, basically. So if you can imagine, they receive component packs like a Pokemon card you can think about, and they get to tear into that and find what components they got, be those rare or ultra rare or legendary, and then they get to go and actually build the experience of actually building the NFT. So here's a kind of a example of what that builder might look like. This is an example of a character builder, but you can imagine our platform can build album art. It can build car skins or sticker packs for helmets or merch for an influencer, VIP passes, concert tickets. So each of these influencers, we can help custom tailor sets of components that allow the influencer to get involved and really participate in what they do. I mean, take concert tickets, for example. I mean, all right, so I'll show my age, but people hold their Grateful Dead concert tickets forever and ever and ever. But man, what if I actually designed that concert ticket? Man, that's special to me. It means something. So there's so much that we can do here about building long-term brand engagement and long-term economic experiences around these things, rather than just, oh, here's an NFT, sell it, and now you can trade it.
I like that the community is able to come together, because I mean, let's say you got a bunch of people on their Discord and someone says, hey guys, I have this interesting idea.
Yeah.
It might be something fun like a meme, right? But it might be something
Absolutely.
viral enough
Memes are
to
great
where
examples.
couple people come together on a project, on an NFT project or whatever it is, and that viralness brings more awareness to that influencer, and the community grows from it, and then community members make money on it too, right?
Oh, absolutely. So it's great. I mean, and that's the big part of it. I mean, we have something called gallery rewards, which basically is very unique, and it allows the community to come in, and as they're purchasing their component packs, if they hold their NFTs for long enough, basically they get rewards back so that they can participate in another collection, essentially. So that puts some of that money back in the hands of the community so that they continue to participate and engage with their influencer.
Very cool. Could this
Please.
Could this even be applicable to, like, let's say, I mean, because there's like the NFT aspect or game, like could the community come together and say, hey, we're going to build like a little game,
There's no
along with.
question. Absolutely. I mean, you can think of things like, there's all sorts of little games that an influencer could play with their community. I mean, we've got examples. You can imagine they could say, hey, listen, if you happen to build the most rare NFT in this particular collection, then this. Or, oh, hey, if you this month, if you happen to have this particular, if you used my special diamond crusted lipstick in order to build my caricature, and you have that element, then you get a pass to my next meet and greet or something like that. So you can imagine there's all these utilities that you can basically, when I say utilities, they're benefits, but they're long-term marketing strategies that you can continually engage with this new set of what essentially are reprogrammable digital credentials. So the people that hold these new credentials are people that can be engaged with new games every single month, essentially, that you can put around that.
Huh.
You
Well,
can
that's
also do
pretty
things
cool.
like, I mean, just as an example, say, hey, if it's a boy band, as an example, if you could say, hey, if you happen to be able to collect all of the band members together in one NFT, then you get this. Or if it's a soccer team, you can say, hey, if you are able to build an NFT with the soccer players, and at the end of the season they happen to be the highest scoring on the team, then this happens. I mean, there's just really an unbelievable amount of games that you can play with your audience. But when I say games, just realize that it's really about engaging your fans and doing something more than they do today.
You could probably even like create merch, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we literally are working with a project now that allows a big sports brand to actually allow the community to make their merch along with their sponsors and things like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really fun. It's a lot of work, and the funny thing about it too is there's a lot that goes into this in order to make it legitimate. If you know what I mean. I mean, the crypto space is an amazing set of innovations, and that's basically because everybody is out there largely working in unregulated areas, meaning that it's just the governments haven't caught up yet to the regulation. But it makes it really hard for big brands, big stable moniker brands to get involved, because they've got to protect their brands, and they get very careful about participating in the space. So we've got a ton of experience in that in traditional businesses. So we bring a lot of that here to put the infrastructure in place for things like anti-money laundering and counter financial terrorism protection, and all of the real hard things that you have to do to put into a business, so that a big sports brand or media brand or somebody can actually get their audience engaged in these new really cool technologies. Because again, smart contracts, crypto, DeFi, NFTs, they are bringing just a brand new set of amazing experiences to the foreground. And our job is to kind of get those in the hands of these influencers and brands, so that they can have fun with their audience.
There's that quote that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Like a team.
True.
It's like the perfect.
So true.
This is like the perfect application of going far.
It is,
because
man.
you're going together with team, with community.
And I've been, it's been a lesson over my life that I've seen over and over again, that the funny thing about influencers and artists, especially like musicians and things like that, I mean, they are the creator. I mean, they are the artist, and they're celebrated for that because of their amazing talents. But if you can take some of that and blend it with community talent, the most amazing things come out of it. And the coolest part about it is it enhances the relationship between that artist and their community, because you've allowed them to, share their soul with yours. I mean, to be a part of that experience. It's just explosive, man. I really think that this is, kind of the next evolution of all of these vertical markets, is going to be, really connecting with your community. Yeah.
Love it.
Super cool.
So like, where did you get this idea? Like, what was the catalyst for coming up with this?
Well, I did a lot of, I was doing a lot of deep work actually in the economy, and looking where the economies were going here 2 years ago. And so I started really exploring everything from just super deep into Bitcoin and smart contracts to, all sorts of, there's actually a ton of really cool things that you can do and play monetary games inside of smart contracts. So I did a whole 6-month stint in learning about that kind of stuff, and then looking into NFTs and other digital assets. And as I started to mind meld all of those things together, DeFi and NFTs, and I have a ton of experience in sports and community engagement, and from being in media, all of it just kind of came together in one concept for me. And man, it's just, as we approach people, it's just explosive. I mean, we don't miss when we kind of talk to folks about it. So it's been a really neat experience.
So there's ways that communities can get involved with the influencers that they align themselves with, so that they can build. What advice would you give to people that have a skill set that want to become more involved?
Oh, don't be afraid to reach out. I think a lot of people put people on pedestals, and then it makes them feel like they're less than, or so they don't take the initiative just to reach out. And again, this is a great example of it. But so many people want connection, and so many people want to hear ideas and things like that. So I always take the initiative, reach out, ask, say, hey, see if you can share ideas, because that's where all the innovation comes from, is sharing.
That's good advice. Don't be afraid, reach out, take initiative, because that's where, what does that last part come from? Sharing. Well, it's on recording.
I just said all innovation comes from sharing. I mean, nobody makes up ideas on their own. I mean, that all comes from your personal experience with the world. So yeah.
All innovation comes through sharing. I love it, man. Well, this is great. This is really good stuff. It's rich, because I think this is a way that a lot of community members would love to, even build like sweat equity into something.
Yeah, no question.
And like from almost like a VC standpoint, this would be like a way to build into sweat equity.
You see it all the time in crypto projects. I mean, people that get really passionate about crypto projects, they get on the Discords and they offer their time, and they're just willing to be a part of and get that validation and contribute to something that they love. I mean, so it's a big deal. Can I show you the site really quickly and just show you some cool stuff?
Yeah.
Cool.
I got a call I have a call in 2 minutes, so I'll
do it super quick. So I just logged into the site here. We've just launched our first collection. We're still in beta, but this is the VRYNT Origins collection. And the cool thing about it is you just get a sense of what's going on here. Here are all the components that are a part of this collection. And if you really look at them, you'll see they're all pieces of VRYNT, basically the logo and pieces of it. But the cool part about it is, independently, these logos these icons don't look like much, but when you actually go and see what people have created with them, you just get this explosion of creativity and people actually creating NFTs and having fun with it and creating their own creations and stuff like that.
Let's see it. Show the goods.
Yeah. Oh, are you not looking at it? Am I not showing?
No, I see you and me.
Oh, and were you not seeing the?
We saw the presentation. Yeah, we saw the pitch deck. I just I took away screen share for a minute because I couldn't figure out how to get back on.
I see. Here's the website again. I'll do this super quick. I know you got to go. So you could just log in or register and sign up. This is the VRYNT Origins collection. And it's our first collection here. You'll start to see artists and stuff come on here. We're just in beta. But if you look at the, if you scroll down here on the collection, you can see all these components that we designed that are just elements and different stylized elements of pieces of a VRYNT, different frames, different pieces of the logo, different things that you can mess with, some different versions of our logo and whatnot. You get the picture. But when you actually allow the community to go in and create those, you can go here to Marketplace and see the NFTs that they begin to create. So you get this, real cool combination of things. And, people can trade these components with each other because they want to get the, all the legendary ones for their NFT, or, they can, decide that they just want the ones that they like because they're visually appealing to them. But anyway, these are some of the ones that have come out of our first collection. So it's pretty slick.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, cool.
Could people potentially even say, hey, Ryan, you need to build an audience for your channel, because obviously your tags and your meta stuff in your videos, it looks like a fourth grader did it. Can I help you out with that type of thing?
You're the target market, man. I mean, really, that's what it's for. It's how do you engage your audience? So we would love to talk to you about it, man. I'll help you. We'll figure out a good concept, a game to play with your audience, and then you can release a collection and let your audience come in and play it. I mean, whether it's you could do your logo or your backdrop for your site or whatever. I mean, we could figure out something fun.
Hell, I'm excited to collaborate and figure something out with you.
Cool, man. That'll be fun.
All right. Let's talk
All
soon.
right, my man. All right. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thank you so much.